So this video is to help us understand better how to find the area of a parallelogram. So we're going to do that by picturing it. You can find the area of a parallelogram by breaking it into parts and rearranging the parts into rectangles. Let's take a look at what that looks like. So here's a parallelogram. So what we did here is we drew lines to decompose the parallelogram. And decompose just means to cut it up, basically. So if you see, the pink shapes on the end become triangles, and then we have a rectangle in the middle. So it's still a parallelogram, but we're cutting it up into shapes that we recognize or that we know. Then once we have that, then we compose or rearrange, put those parts back together into two rectangles. So now we have the blue rectangle on the left, and then we have the pink rectangle on the right that's made up of the two triangles from the end. So this triangle is here, and this triangle is here. So yesterday when you guys talked about counting the half spaces and making them wholes, this is exactly what we're doing. We're taking half the triangles and putting them together to make a whole rectangle. So you were on the right track yesterday when you talked about counting the half spaces and then making them into wholes. So once we have the two rectangles, then we can count the spaces in our grid and get measurements so we can find the area. So this side length is 4 centimeters and this side length is 7 centimeters. And then over here, we got 4 centimeters and 3 centimeters. So now we have all the components that we need to find area. So the area of a parallelogram in this example is going to be the area of the left rectangle plus the area of the right rectangle. So the area of the blue plus the area of the pink. So we know area is length times width when we're talking about rectangles. So we're going to multiply the length times the width of the blue rectangle and then add that to the length and the width of the pink rectangle. Once we do that, we know that 4 times 7 here gives us 28. That's the blue area. And then 4 times 3 here gives us 12 centimeters squared. That's the pink area. So now we have the area of the blue rectangle plus the area of the pink rectangle. And we're going to stop here because my question to you is, what is the total area of this parallelogram? So we're going to stop now, and then in the chat, we are going to answer that question.